What is going on, guys? It's Doodle here, back again, feeling a little bit better, back at it, talking about the PlayStation 5 and an apparent PlayStation 5 dev kit leak. Yes, very intriguing. And while I'm at it, enjoy the Halo Master Chief Collection footage from the Xbox One X. It looks absolutely fantastic. Really fun to jump back into this one. So as I was saying, we're talking about the PlayStation 5 and apparent dev kit leak. This comes to us thanks to a developer on Twitter, quote unquote. And this was actually brought to my attention by Sean, my buddy on Twitter. I'll link him down below. Follow him, show the guy some love. Let's get into the image in question. So, prime suspect number one, PlayStation 5 dev kit with the creepy little flashcard that says dev on with some bunny ears on it. Now, number one, I want to know if you think this is real. Apparently, this guy was being grilled on Twitter. He released an image, they called BS. He then released another one from a different angle. This is apparently real, not photoshopped, but it doesn't mean it's actually a PlayStation 5 development kit. I know there are some of you thinking, this looks really dumb. This is not a development kit. Let me remind you what a PlayStation 4 Pro development kit looked like. Boom. Development kits can often look really stupid and wonky, often big boxes for optimal cooling with very little R&D. The controller is very interesting, looks very thick, it's got the same trademark triggers. It could be a placeholder controller. I've never really seen a controller like that before. It's hard to tell if that's a touchpad or some kind of screen. Rumors said that a PlayStation 5 controller would have an LCD screen on it for some reason, which in my opinion would be a big waste of money. Speaking of screens, does this look like a screen to you on the front of the dev kit itself? Yes, it probably reminds you of the Xbox One X dev kit, the dev kit that displayed the current FPS target and frame rate on the front of the actual box. This sped up the process for developers significantly. Did Sony do the same thing here? Is that even a screen? It's kind of hard to tell from this picture. But like I said, dev kits often look pretty weird. The Xbox One X dev kit is actually one of the very few that do not look weird, and it combines multiple systems, base Xbox, Xbox One S, and the X all into one development kit. The most intelligent development kit of all time. If this development kit is really a PlayStation 5 dev kit, they did not go that route, or it is a very early rendition of the technology. When it comes to specs, of course, there are a ton of rumors. Dev kits often come with around double the RAM needed for the retail system. So if the system were to ship with, say, 16 gigabytes of GDDR6, it's going to have 32, at least in the development kit. Modern dev kits also tend to pack SSDs as well for easy operation by the developer. If you remember, the Xbox One X even came with a proprietary porting method to speed up build transfers, and it was a massive increase in speed. These companies want to make development easy and painless for developers. They want a ton of support on their systems, but this thing looks like it might give you some toast. I mean, it doesn't really look like it's doing too much outside of the basics here. So if it is real, it is extremely early technology with, like I said, very little R&D. They said, hey, the box is cool, it's big, it's got tons of airflow. Get some code up and running on it. That would be my guess. But I'd like your guess down below. Do you think this thing is real? What do you think of the controller shape? The actual PS5 box, of course, will look nothing like this, but there could potentially be a Ryzen core powered APU in there with around 8 to 10 teraflops. And yeah, teraflops aren't the end all be all, but they are kind of measurable if made by the same team. Let's say Team Red, AMD. You usually get more performance depending on what card you have. How many T-flops it can put out is how much compute it can do per second. Like I said, it's kind of the easiest way to say, hey, this box is faster than this one. That's why developers are using the metric as well. Not perfect, but it's all we got. Aside from that, the box is going to be rocking some GDDR6 memory, an SSD for developers, and maybe even the consumer. There are rumors of SSD-powered Xboxes on the horizon. Could be a cool little piece of tech if this is real. There were no articles on this that I could find. It was just something that was stumbled upon on Twitter, and that's what happens when you talk about the leading edge of some of this stuff that's coming out. You end up with a picture and a video. So no, in a rare case, I do not have a source link. My buddy Sean linked it to me. If you have any questions, maybe follow him on Twitter, ask him. I also encourage people to only pay attention to those that link and show their source material on screen during the video, because there are far too many people that just make things up and don't link anything, and it is what it is. I feel like I've proven myself not to be that kind of guy. I found this, there is no link, and that is very rare on my channel. So let me know what you guys think. 10 teraflop Ryzen powered monster of a dev kit or fake. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. But it did look interesting. I wanted to show it to you guys, talk to you guys about it, get your opinions on it. And I do get this question very rarely, but it does happen. As an Xbox guy, why do you talk about PlayStation? Well, it's simple. Would you rather someone like me talk about this dev kit, or do you want to hear it from a random radical channel that pretends like this dev kit is going to destroy everything and cure disease? Right? You probably want it from somebody with a track record, a pretty accurate track record. And instead of some other turd talking about it and getting some traction and getting some misinformation out there, I can kind of cover it and give my thoughts on it and keep it pretty grounded, keep it pretty accurate. So those are my thoughts. I'd love to know your thoughts down below. And big shout out to the Xbox guys that don't even care about PlayStation, but you still check this out just to show support. You guys are absolutely fantastic. Hit that like button if you're still here. It really helps. Share this with a buddy or 500. If you got 500 buddies, it'd be great. Subscribe if you're new. We do cover all of this stuff. Check out the links down below. We got game giveaways and more on Patreon. I'm Dealer. I'm out.